Hopefully that's better. Thank you for letting me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me now on YouTube. Sorry about that. I don't know why my mic was muted. So, yeah, so if Bitcoin cannot get a move, I guess I have to recap everything. But if Bitcoin cannot get a move above this level right here, this last local high, 97K, we'll call it, that's bearish. So I guess I'll go. So we have lost the 200-day moving average on the 15-minute time frame. We lost it on the half-hour time frame, and we lost it on the 1-hour time frame. So it's likely that you go back to the 100-day, 200 moving average unless you can reclaim it on the half-hour time frame, which is currently sitting at 97.4. So if you do not reclaim $97,400, I still see a move down here sometime tomorrow or tonight down to $94,600. It's pretty much that simple. This is a falling wedge here. We'll see what happens. They break up 68% of the time, but it doesn't look good because it's coming out of a rising wedge. So I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And then the daily is... that's making a higher low, but the 2-day and 3-day are still overbought. So I would just be very cautious, and I would watch the half-hour, 200-day moving average. If you don't reclaim 97.4, we are likely to continue dumping to the downside. Plus, the 1-minute time frame couldn't get a break on the 200. You couldn't break this falling wedge here, or bull pennant. I would say that's a bull pennant, actually, and it just looks kind of bad. You got a slight move up, and I obviously understand it's low volume. It's on Sunday, so we'll see what happens. But if you don't break 97.4, I'm bearish short term. I guess that's where I'll leave it, and that's kind of where I stand. So this is really bad, choppy price action. It's kind of hard to trade. I don't know. Maybe I should just trade 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and take Sunday or take the weekends off, because it doesn't. I mean, usually I don't make much money on weekends, and it just hasn't been good today. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. If you don't break 97.4, I see more downside action. Thank you for the roses, Hannah. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. So altcoin, what altcoins would you like to look at? So yeah, that's kind of what I see. Thank you guys for the likes as well. And if you don't break $97,400, thank you for hitting the live goal. I really do appreciate that on TikTok. But if we do not break $97,400, I do see more downside action for Bitcoin. And that's just where I stand with it. And so let me just see. I don't know if any altcoins are doing anything absolutely crazy. One other thing we can look at is Bitcoin dominance. One thing we can look at is Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is going down. That means that altcoins are doing better compared to Bitcoin. And for Bitcoin dominance, we had a nice drop the other day. This is on the 5.5 hour. I'll go to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, you get a nice drop. You have support at 58.5, and right now you're trying to get the bounce, but now it looks like the 4-hour time frame is making a lower high. So it could mean that Bitcoin continues to bleed out or go sideways while altcoins start to run into next week, and that's kind of what I believe will happen. The 1 hour is trying to make a higher low. We'll see what happens, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing. That looks pretty bearish on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin dominance. So I do believe that Bitcoin could go down a little bit more, and alts could have a nice run this next week. And this is really how we get to altcoin season. Anything below 58.5% is a decent altcoin season. I would say extreme altcoin season would be if we could get a move on Bitcoin dominance below 40%. So we'll see what happens. But right now for Bitcoin dominance, it's looking bad. If you want Bitcoin dominance to be high, and if you're trying to trade Bitcoin, it looks kind of bad. Although you can always short Bitcoin, but right now to me, Bitcoin's in chop. At least today it is. It just doesn't look good. So this chart is telling me altcoins are very likely to run into next week unless we get a move back above, I would say, above 60%. So and now Bitcoin's trying to go back for that high at 96.9. We'll see if that happens. But yeah. So VeChain and ICP are the two requests that I see. So let me go do that really quickly. So VeChain was the first request. And let me start on the 3-day time frame for VeChain. So VeChain right now is at resistance at 4.4 cents. You're overbought, and the money flow is extended. So overall, the 3-day looks bad. If I jump down to the daily time frame, you're obviously still at resistance. Your next support is down here at 3.579. You're overbought, and the money flow is extended. If I jump down to the 12-hour, 12 hours kind of trying to flag out. RSI is starting to reset, but money flow is still very much extended. If I go down to the 8-hour, 8-hour RSI is trying to make a higher low, but money flow is still extended, telling me that you're likely to continue to the downside. If I go down the 4-hour time frame, that is kind of a little bit of a flag. Can this flag play out to the upside? We will see. I would say it's unlocked. Well, I don't know. I just said altcoin season is here, so we'll see what happens. That right now that gives you a measure move on VeChain up to 5626. 5626 on VeChain would be the measure move. If I jump down to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we've made a lower high at the top of the channel, I would pretty much say, and it's not looking great for this VeChain trade. But I will say that actually, that measure move would get you to resistance. You're supposed to take it from the top of the flag, and that would get you to resistance at 5826. So VeChain looks okay. I will say this. You could enter long now. I would probably wait for the 1 hour to reset. But you could enter long now with a stop loss at 3895 and take profit up here at 5876 or somewhere near that. Not financial advice. That's a trade setup I see VeChain right now. I think you do need to come back to the bottom of the pattern, though. So somewhere near the 4.0 level, 3.9 level. So overall, I think you could wait on a long, but it looks like a long could be more probable than a short. Although, again, the higher time frames might push this thing further down in the 4 hour time frame. So I would say this. If you hold on VeChain 3871, you can be long. If you lose that level, I would honestly want to be short. And then I think if you lose 3871, that probably means that the 3-day time frame is going to push you down for several days, maybe a week or two. So, and then I think the other one was ICP. So ICP on the 3-day time frame. Let's go look at it. ICP on the 3-day time frame. What do I see? I see that we broke support at 8.4. We got to move to the upside. I see that we have next resistance all the way up there at $20. And overall, I know that's a ways away, but that's really your next massive resistance. You might even say you have some at $16 on VeChain, but you're still far away. So technically speaking, the 3-day is overbought, and money flow has a little more upside on the 3-day time frame. It's only at 19 out of 100, but when you get the follow through, we'll see the daily time frame's overbought, extended, and we'll see what happens. That's also an indecision candle, the latest one. Go up, go down, but you're still in the middle on the candle. That means that the people don't know if we're supposed to be long or short on VeChain. And that means it's likely that VeChain, I think, usually when I see indecision candles like this, it usually means that you are going to have a reversal. You got the daily overbought, you got the 3-day overbought, and the money flow is extended on the daily time frame. The 12-hour is trying to flag out. The 8-hour time frame right now is kind of rolling over here. 8-hour RSI is trying to make a higher low for sure. Money flow is extended. If I go down to the 4-hour time frame, that again is trying to make a little bit of a flag. So I would just keep it very simple on ICP. If you hold 10.26 cents, it's likely that this thing does continue further to the upside. If you lose 10.2 cents, then I could see us coming down to $8.23. So 8.26 is it really a line in the sand, or you could even say $8, not at $8. $10.26 is really a line in the sand for a possible reversal on the higher time frames back to the support at 8.23. If you hold 10.26, I see a move coming past the resistance at 12.14. And let's see what the measured move would be on VeChain. On ICP, I mean. So the measure move on ICP, if you get the follow through, would take you up to $14. So yeah, if you hold 10.26, a possible move up to $14 would be in play for ICP. So thank you for those two requests. Let me go to the 1 hour. 1 hour, just like ICP, is overbought, so you can wait for this to come back to the bottom of the pattern because it's likely that would happen. So to me, these are both longs that you could enter. You would be front running if you enter now, higher risk. I had to kind of wait for another entry to the downside, but overall, they both look like good long setups. Maybe later today. So that's kind of what I see on those time frames on ICP. So XLM right now, what's XLM doing? XLM broke out, went up to 62 cents. You have your next real resistance at 80 cents. You haven't spent much time up here, I'll say that. If you break 80 cents, you're going to 94 cents. That's your next resistance is 80 cents and then 94 cents. Right now, I think you also have a little bit of resistance at that top there at 62 cents. I guess the top was 63 or more, but that's kind of what I see right now is a little bit of resistance here on the daily time frame at your last local high at 63 cents. The 12, look at that. You had a wick all the way down at 42 cents. Now you're back at 57. That shows that buyers are in control. That doesn't mean that you won't continue to reverse to the downside, but that's a pretty nice bounce. And I would say that it's likely that you do continue to the upside now with that kind of a bounce. I would say the 12-hour time frame does need to cool off. The 4-hour time frame, just like the ICP and VeChain, both in a flag. I don't think this is the most beautiful flag, but technically speaking, if you hold that last cycle low at 42 cents, you're good. I would say this is a very high risk trade because you're actually a long ways away from 42 cents right now. So I'd be very cautious on trading XLM or entering long here. I think you missed your entry down at 42 cents, but I will say you could, if you hold 42 cents on the macro time frames, I do see a move coming to the all-time highs. So the 4-hour time frame says that you could really rip to, I think 94 cents is the all-time high. So 90 cents would get you really close to the all-time high. If we look at the 1-hour time frame, just like XLM and just like VeChain, and what was the other one we just looked at? They're both high in the flag and probably need to come down. This one looks like it's trying to break out, but 1 hour, I don't know. 1 hour has gas, so that's for sure. So we'll see what happens. 1 hour might need to reset though before you continue higher. 15-minute time frame saying right now that, hey, I don't care, I just want to continue higher. And the 50-minute time frame right now does want to continue to the upside. So I suppose if you entered based on the 15-minute time frame, you could enter a trade here with a stop at this last local low here at 54 cents. Stop at 54, take profit up there at 70-some cents or even 90 cents if you trade the higher time frame management move. But if you trade the 15-minute time frame, take profit at 73, stop at 54. That's just what I see going on for now. So thank you guys for the likes. And someone on YouTube requests Dogecoin. Can you chart Jasmine? Thanks. Do you use Bitcoin trade? I do not trade Bitcoin pairs, but maybe I should, but I don't. So, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I will not be live here tomorrow on Monday because it's Thanksgiving week. If you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is on YouTube. And if you guys want to join the Patreon or the trading group, which is $30 a month, where I give you Bitcoin setups and altcoin updates, let me know or don't let me know. Just join the Patreon. It's $30 a month, and I think it's very fruitful. So here we are on Dogecoin on the 4-hour time frame. I see Dogecoin breaking out. If you want, yeah. So Dogecoin right now. Looks like it could break out here up to 53. What is that? 53 cents. So if it happens, 4-hour time frame is oversold. 1-hour time frame is probably overbought. Yes, it is. So I wait for the 1 hour to get oversold and then enter a possible long on Dogecoin. I don't love it, but actually you are sitting on support here at 38 cents, so it looks decent. Dogecoin looks decent for a long play. Yeah, it looks decent. So I'm going to record this Jasmine video really quickly. Welcome to the Crypto Angel channel. Let's look at Jasmine Coin. So Jasmine Coin right now is currently sitting at 2.5 cents. If you guys are new, appreciate if you hit the like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. It takes no effort at all to hit the like, so I do appreciate it. On the 3-day time frame, you can see that you're overbought. Money flow does have room to go to the upside, and you are at resistance at 2.7 cents. If you can get above 2.7 cents, I see a move to 4.3 coming for Jasmine Coin. On the daily time frame, you have more room to go up on the stock RSI, and money flow has a little bit more gas as well. If we are on the 12-hour time frame, you can see that you're overbought, and again, you're below resistance at 2.75 cents. If you can't reclaim this level of 2.75 cents, I eventually see a move back to 1.869, and if you don't hold that level, you're looking at 1.5 cents. It looks like you do have a local low here at 1.86 cents, so that would be a very good place for support to be developed. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, just like VeChain and just like a bunch of other charts we've looked at, I've seen a very similar flag across the market today, and it's likely that the entire altcoin market is about to rip coming into next week. Bitcoin dominance is going down, Bitcoin is kind of going sideways, and I could see altcoins really ripping into Monday and Tuesday of this week. Measure move right now would get you above resistance. It gets you to 3.5 cents on the 4-hour time frame for Jasmine. I bet the 1-hour time frame, no, 1-hour time frame is not overbought, but again, you are at the top of the flag, so I'd wait for the 1 hour to come down to the bottom of the flag to enter along. And on the 15-minute time frame, we can say that we're overbought at the top of the flag. The 15 is curving to the downside, and it's likely you do revisit the bottom of this flag one more time before a possible move up. Maybe more than one more time, but at least one more time. If you hold 2.3 cents, technically this is still valid. But if you lose 2.3 cents, I think this long idea to the upside, even on the 4-hour time frame, would pretty much be invalidated, at least short term. The 4-hour time frame you can see is overbought, still has room to come to the downside. So I could see this taking another day or two to flag out and really get the move to the upside. So sometime late next week, I do see a possible move coming to the upside for Jasmine. But this short term looks like the 4-hour does need to continue going sideways or slightly down in this flag. So of the coins I've looked at today, I gotta be honest, Jasmine doesn't look the best, but overall, that's what I'm looking at. So if you guys enjoyed this, appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Technically, on the macro time frame, if you hold 2 cents, this thing is still bullish for a move up to 3.5 cents. That's all I got. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next update. Thank you for stopping by. And until next time, toodaloo. All right, I will post that video after my stream is done because I know a lot of people like the Jasmine videos. And thank you for that request on YouTube. So yeah, that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing right now? It's just complete chop. It's pretty much impossible to trade this right now. That's just not good. That's bad price action. So yeah, Bitcoin's kind of hard. Oh, you know what I see right now? I just saw this for Bitcoin. I just see this as, let me just clear the charts and we're going to start fresh, remove drawings. And this is a very ugly chart because it's just so choppy. But this is kind of something like this is probably happening. This is extremely bullish. This is an extending triangle. These break out about 90% of the time. Descending triangles break down about 90% of the time. And this is likely. I mean, you might not be ready to go just yet. You know, you could chop a little bit more and break out. But these break out 90% of the time. And I got to be real with you. I kind of like MC. It's a very choppy price action. But overall, this is technically a bullish pattern. If this is an extending triangle, I think you should be healthier for you to fill this and go sideways a little bit longer. But these break out about 90% of the time. This makes me want to take a long on Bitcoin. Now, if I look at the 5-minute time frame, I can see the 5 minutes oversold. I can see the 1 minute. I would wait for the 1 minute to come back into price action or come back into the flag. I'd also wait for the 5-minute 21-day moving average to come into price action, which is sitting at 96,600. That might not happen. You could just rip right now, but it'd probably be healthier, and it would be healthier if you do that. But this is definitely an extending triangle. They are very bullish. You have a massive measure move of $97,600. I really want to trade this. And honestly, if you want to have a stop loss, you could have your stop loss at 96,650. I mean, I would definitely prefer to wait a little bit for this to come back down, but overall, I like what I see. So, a good entry, a good price to enter this would probably be somewhere around $96,800 to $96,700. Right now, probably going to have a little bit of a pullback short term. I know we're on the 1 minute time frame, but this does look like we're going to get the move to $97,600. How does that pair up with Bookmap? Well, Bookmap right now. Yeah, Bookmap is kind of indecisive, I would say, but it does look like we are going to get the move to $97,600. That is just the measure move, though, so we'll see what happens. Anything is possible. Quo Pro, what is a good entry price? QO Pro, I've never heard of that. QO, is it stock market? Okay, I can give you financial advice, and this chart looks very low volume. And also, you're below the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. I mean, I'm sure the smaller time frames are breaking above it, but it looks bad. I can't really I'm not going to tell you where to enter. I don't know when the chart looks horrible, so I would not want to enter at all. I mean, I'll say this. Resistance at 2.6 cents. Support right now at 7.4. I see a little bit more resistance as well at 13 cents. I can't tell you what to do, but the chart does not look healthy. You're in a bull market, and this thing looks bad. What's the daily look like? I'm not on any meme coins. Thank you also for the likes. I thank you for the roses, and we just are looking at Bitcoin, Dogecoin. We just went over. IOST is the next request. I see that now. So I don't know what to tell you on this. This looks really bad. What is this? IOST. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to look at the other one because it looked horrible and I can't tell you what to do, but I would not want to be in that trade on whatever I just looked at. And this looks bad too. The 3-day time frame, rising wedge, overbought, lower high in the stock RSI. Daily time frame looks bad. This is 100. I mean, they don't have to break down, but they break down most of the time. I just see that by the books as a rising wedge. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame, or even the 12-hour time frame might be a little bit more obvious. You also have a crazy wick right there on the 12-hour time frame. If I go down to the 8-hour time frame, it might be more obvious. Well, maybe not. You're getting bought back up. I'd be cautious on this. I'm not saying this is going to break down, but this looks it looks kind of bearish to me. It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look horrible. I'll say that, but it doesn't look good either. It's not something I'd long. Now on the 4-hour time frame, you're at the bottom of the flag or whatever, bottom of the pattern, getting oversold. This could actually break out. I guess you are at the bottom of the pattern. Rising wedges break up 28% of the time or something like that. So, but even now, if I look at just at the 1 hour alone, this is also a smaller rising wedge, I think, on the 1 hour time frame. If I go to the half-hour time frame, you see it a little bit better. So, I mean, to me, I'm not saying I'd short it just yet. You could definitely go higher. The 4-hour time frame is oversold. But to me right now, the 15's overbought, making a lower high. I wouldn't be long on this. I'm sorry. It looks bad to me. I would have no trade on it right now, but I would not be going long on this either. Yeah, it looks bad. I mean, the 4-hour time frame could give you some momentum to the upside, so that's why I wouldn't long or short it because it's indecisive on the 4-hour. If the 4-hour was overbought, I'd probably want to short that. But the IOST looks bad too. I'm sorry, it just looks bad. So yeah, that's what I got. I don't know what First Strike said right here, but that's what we got going on right now. Bitcoin continuing. It's a little move to the upside. Again, I think it needs to pull back, but maybe it doesn't need to. So 5-minute, yeah, I don't know. 5-minute never got oversold. I don't love that, but I might have to enter long here on Bitcoin with a stop at 96,650. We'll see what happens. That's kind of what I've got going on. Yeah. I guess the Bears lost another game. That's not good. Let's go look at SLP, Simple Love Token, I think is what it's called. Simple Love Port. I don't know what it is. Simple Love something. What is it? I don't know what it is. But okay. So, guys, you guys were giving me really good requests to start, and now these look horrible. So on the 3-day, I guess that is a falling wedge. So actually, at the end of the day, this is actually not a bad request. Measure move right now will get you to 6-7. If I go down to the daily time frame, it's overbought, making a higher high though, so that's not bearish in my opinion. Although now the daily needs to come back and probably touch the 21. You're at, probably get some kind of pullback here on the daily time frame. Something like that. Feel the flag a little bit. Let me go to the 4-hour, or let me go to the 12-hour time frame. Yeah, 4-hour time frame. Maybe that doesn't happen though. It's just one idea on the higher time frame. So SLP right now technically has broken out, and you have support at 18.2. That is a local low, and but overall, to me, it looks okay. But the daily's overbought, and I gotta be honest with you, I would probably, I guess you could look at the 4-hour time frame, go into the smaller time frames, have a stop loss at 3-4, and go long on this. And if your stop doesn't get hit, then this could really continue going to the upside. Wow. Now I just look at a different angle, and it looks bullish to me. So I would not be, this isn't a bad long in my opinion. So let me zoom back in really quickly. If you hold this low here at 3-4, we'll say, then I could see a measure move up to 55 cents, just like what we saw in Bitcoin on the 1 minute. We see on the 4-hour time frame for SLP, this is an ascending triangle, and this is a pretty bullish pattern. Actually, the more I look at this, the more bullish I am. I'll say the 4 hours oversold. The 1 hour looks okay. I'd be cautious on the 1 hour. But on the higher time frames, like on the 4-hour time frame, if you're willing to trade the higher time frames, this looks like a good move to 55 cents on SLP. So that's just what I see. I don't know what's going to happen, but the 3-day time frame is definitely breaking out on SLP. It's overbought. What's the weekly doing? See, that's overbought too. I mean, you could take a long here and see what happens. You got nothing to lose, really. That's a decent R&R, really. If you stop is at 34, it's not a bad R&R. You have a 5.5 hour time frame, which I love to trade, is oversold, making a higher low. It looks decent to me on SLP. So Adam token, thank you for the likes, by the way. So Adam token, Adam broke out, and let me see if I can find Adam token. All right, so Adam on the 3-day time frame is overbought, needs to come down. The daily time frame needs to come down. The 12-hour time frame needs to come down. The 8-hour time frame needs to come down. The 6-hour time frame is coming down. And now this is kind of what I see. If you lose the support here, 18.18 cents, it's not good. You tested it earlier today. You came to 808. I was trying to enjoy this as a short yesterday from $9 to $8.18, but I got stopped out. But it ended up happening, and my take profit would have been hit at $8.18. But either way, the 1 hour time frame right now is going to make a lower high here. Let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour time frame is going to make a higher low, and it's likely that now you get some consolidation here. The 15-minute time frame, what is that doing? I'll say this: if you hold this local low, if you hold 8.18, or if you definitely hold the local low at $8, this is likely to pump to the upside. The 1 hour time frame has gas, the 2 hour time frame has gas, and the 4 hour time frame is oversold. It's definitely not a beautiful flag, but by the books, that's a falling wedge. It's an ugly falling wedge, but by the books, that is a falling wedge. And this can break further to the upside, I suppose, now on Adam. So I would like to see Adam hold. That's a pretty nice measure move for Adam, and this might just go parabolic here on Adam token. That would give you a measure move up to 3.5. If I zoom back out to this daily time frame on Adam token, we can see if we get to 11.5, your next resistance is basically 1450 on Adam. So again, it doesn't look bad. Bitcoin continuing to go to the upside. I hate how the 15's been overbought for the last 4 hours. So again, I would be cautious here, but yeah. Adam right now does look bullish to me. I have to say, it looks pretty bullish to me for a move continuing to the upside. Bitcoin just hit 97,000. Look at that go now. So to me now, if I go to the 5-minute time frame, Bitcoin needs to just come back to the 21 on the 5-minute at 96,660. So if something like that were to happen, I'd be interested in a long again. But now you're just going straight up. So we'll see what happens. I guess on the 1-minute time frame, it looks more parabolic than it probably does on the 15. But alrighty, so that's kind of what I'm looking at right now for those cryptos. So with that being said, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you guys next week. I'll be back live 11 p.m. Central Time on Saturday of next week because it is Thanksgiving week. Thank you guys for this great live stream. I'm going to probably look for a long position on Bitcoin, but again, I kind of want to wait for you to get some retracement. This is getting a little out of hand. I got to be honest, I like Adam. I do like Adam a lot for a move to the upside, and I might just take that trade on Adam. I might take that trade on Adam. I really might. So thank you guys for all that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, trade safe and have a great Thanksgiving. I'll post some videos on YouTube and TikTok before then, but I probably won't be live until then. Now, if Bitcoin crosses 100,000, I'll probably go live again. But otherwise, if Bitcoin doesn't cross 100,000, then I won't be live for about another 6 days. So that's what we got going on. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one on Saturday, 11 p.m. Central Time. Unless we break 100K before then, that's when I'll be live next. Have a great Thanksgiving, y'all, and go enjoy some football. I just wanted to do a little bit of a market update, and yeah, I think we achieved that. So, yep. So thank you guys for the likes, and I think I might look for a long position on Bitcoin now. And let me just see what Bookmap is saying before I get out of here. Yeah, Bookmap is really indecisive. I think Bookmap has orders at 100K, but beyond that, it looks like it is kind of indecisive. I think it has slightly more to the downside. So that's, again, why I would just be cautious right now on Bitcoin. But short term, it looks very bullish. And you're above the 200 on the 1 minute, and that's a golden signal to continue. And I really missed the trade setup. That's unfortunate. But that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys at 11 p.m. Central Time. If you guys want to join the churn group, link to join is on YouTube. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Toodaloo.